Okay, welcome to our coaching info session tonight. We're so excited to share this opportunity with you. It's changed our lives, and so we hope that if this is right for you too, you can see what this could do for you. There's going to be 4 people speaking tonight. I'm the first one, and we're each going to share our story in the beginning and then share an aspect of coaching so you can know what to expect. My name is Brenda Kimber. I've been coaching for 7.5 years. And when I first heard about the coaching opportunity, I was a stay-at-home mom. I had 3 kids under the age of 6, but I had always loved just working out and knew how empowered it made me feel. And I had actually wondered if there was a way for me to make money in fitness without having to teach gym classes and shuttle my kids to gym daycares or get certified some way. And so when my friend told me about coaching, I was like, this actually sounds like the perfect job for me, but not right now. I'm too busy. I'll wait till my kids are in school, all of them, which is hilarious to me because I've since had 2 more children and I would have missed out on like 10 years of coaching if I had waited. So there's never the perfect time. Sometimes you just have to seize opportunities, right? But one of the reasons I signed up was because I loved motherhood, but at the same time, I was kind of like unfulfilled in it. Like it was being a stay-at-home mom's great, but it's also kind of lonely and mundane, and you just do the same diaper changing and Cheerio cleanup all the time. And so I wanted to do something for me and something that would help me have more community. But also we were in a place financially where it would be really, really helpful for me to have a way to bring in some extra income. And one of the things I loved about coaching was that I could do it on my own time. I didn't have to like clock in for certain hours of the day. I could fit it in mom cracks or set my own schedule, and that was really important to me. So after a couple of months, I finally said, okay, like, let's just try, let's just see. I don't know if anyone will sign up with me, but I'm gonna give it a shot. One of my first customers was my mom, as good moms do. They support their children, right? She was like, I don't know what you're doing, but I have 20 pounds to lose, so I'll sign up. And I was like, well, that's awesome. If I can help even just one person, and it's my mom, someone I really care about, then it will be worth it, right? So my mom went on to lose 25 pounds that first summer that I was coaching. And I actually ended up signing up 10 clients my very first month, which was so amazing to me. I was like, oh my gosh, people do need this and they need me and I can help them. So it was really like, wow, this could be something that really is awesome for us. So thousands of customers and clients later, I now make more doing this part-time from home than I did ever with my college degree working full-time in the corporate world. So it's been really amazing journey. And I'm so grateful that I've got over some of my hesitations and just decided to go for it. So that's kind of my story in a nutshell. I'm just going to tell you really quick a little bit about how our company got started. So we started selling fitness programs like P90X and Insanity. If you've heard of those, there are some of our most famous programs, but they're also kind of old school at this point because we put out so many new ones since then. They started selling their programs through infomercials on the television, and people were buying them and they were getting incredible results. And when something like that happens, your friends and family can't help but notice, right? And they started asking these people like, well, what are you doing? And some of the customers actually reached out to Beachbody and said, hey, do you guys have some sort of referral program? Because my friends and family keep asking me what I'm doing and I keep sending them to you to buy your programs. And Beachbody was like, you know what? We really should have a way for us to reward those people who are referring their friends and family to us. So that's kind of where the network marketing side of Beachbody was born. And I really love that it didn't start out that way, but it was just like a natural fit for what we do. And it was actually the customers who kind of brought that about. So I just love that part of it. And what we offer is the total fitness solution. So we offer fitness, nutrition, and we offer peer support and community around that nutrition and fitness so that people actually follow through and achieve the results that they set out to achieve. And I love that it's like all in one perfect little package and that we have lots of different aspects to help, and we can really like customize the fit for people depending on their goals and their needs and their fitness levels. We really can get a really custom plan for each of the customers, which is so awesome. And then we can really focus on cheering them on, helping them with their mindset, making sure they follow through, instead of me having to come up with my own nutrition plans and planning workouts to give to my clients. That part's all done. I can just plug them into what we already have to offer, and they can take off and run with it. And I can just be a really awesome cheerleader as they achieve those results. So there's 4 main roles that we do as coaches. Erin's going to talk about 3 of them, but I'm just going to hit on the first one because it kind of ties into what I already said. But your first job as a coach is to be proof that the products work. And that's what the customers of Beachbody were already when they first started buying the programs 20 something years ago. They were getting amazing results, right? They were proof that our fitness programs worked, and then people were noticing. So when you sign up as a coach, your number 1 job is to take care of you and your own health and fitness journey, which I think is incredible. How many corporate jobs do you know of where they're like, you know what, your first job is to take care of your own health and wellness? I don't know many of those jobs like that are out there, but with Beachbody, that is your number 1 job, is to take care of your own journey and just share it with others. And by doing so, you will be proof that our products work. You will be proof that our fitness workouts work, our nutrition programs work, and that our supplements are really effective and quality, and that we have this amazing community behind all of it. So I love that that's our number 1 job. And I personally have lost 30 pounds using our programs and products. I'm 39 years old. I've had 5 kids, and I feel amazing, like better in my body than I've ever felt. And I just really want to share that potential and possibility with other people. So with that, I'm going to pass it on to Erin, who will continue sharing her story and then some of the other aspects of coaching.
Hey, hi, I am Erin. I've been a coach also for about 7 years. I have 3 kids. And before I heard about coaching or what this even was, I was working almost full time. It was about 30 hours a week with my 3 small kids. One was in school. I was taking 2 to daycare, and I felt like a hamster on a wheel, like constantly, like I worked at the gym. And so I would get up early and teach a class before my kids hopefully woke up. A lot of times they did wake up and they had to go sleep with dad. But then I would come home, get them ready for daycare, get them ready for school. I would go back to the gym, work for 5 hours, come home, it would be nap time. And then I would go back in the afternoon to teach more classes and to do more clients. When I first thought, oh, I'm going to be a personal trainer, this is the perfect mom job and I can make a lot of money, I didn't realize that a lot of that was I had to prepare my classes and prepare my clients' workouts at home, not getting paid at all. But also it's not according to my schedule, it's according to their schedule. So it's before they go to work or after they get home from work. And that's when I wanted to be with my family, right? So I didn't realize that it wasn't as flexible as I thought. And so I was working as much as I could. My husband was working 2 jobs, and we were struggling. We were strapped. We were living paycheck to paycheck. We had credit card debt, all of that stuff. And I was just like, this cannot be it. I can't even put my kids in activities. We don't have extra money. And that was really frustrating to me because I really felt like that is a big thing for kids to learn how to teamwork and confidence and develop their talents. I felt like that was such a huge part of childhood. And we couldn't even afford that for my kids that I loved the very most, you know? So, my coach reached out to me. She wasn't my coach then. I found her on Facebook randomly. I had no clue who this lady was. I just started following her story, and she reached out to me and asked me if this was something that I had ever considered. And I was like, no way, I'm way too busy. My husband's working 2 jobs. I'm working as many hours and taking as many classes as I can. Like, I've got 3 kids. Like, I'm maxed out. I've got way too many balls in the air. And she was like, okay, no problem. She asked me again. She's like, just jump on one of these calls and just see what you think. And so I did almost this exact same call. I jumped on, and afterwards it intrigued me. So afterwards I talked to my husband about it, and I'm like, what do you think? And he reached out, or he turned to me and he's like, what would you be out? You wouldn't be out anything. Like, there's a 30-day money back guarantee. You can, like, if you learn anything from these workout programs, you can use them in your classes, like the different moves and stuff. And so I was like, okay, okay, here we go. I guess I'm doing it. He believed in me more than I believed in myself at that point, which kudos to him. He's amazing. And so I jumped on board. I jumped in with 2 feet, and I was like, my biggest dream was to be a stay-at-home mom. I love working. I wouldn't want to be a stay-at-home mom and not work, because I love helping provide income for my family. But I love working, but I also wanted to be at home. I hated dropping my kids off at daycare and having the daycare provider doing the crafts and spending more time with my kids than I really did. So jumped in with 2 feet. I was able to help lots of people, not just within my own gym, but also around the world, around the United States at that point. Now we're in Canada, the UK, and France, which is so awesome. I can help so many more people in the comfort of my own home and according to my schedule, which is so awesome. All my kids are in school now, so I can get most of my work done during the day while they're at school. And then I can be a full-time stay-at-home mom when they get home, and I can be present. I can take them to all their practices. They get to do all the activities that they want to do. And it's been so amazing. So that's been my experience so far. And I wouldn't have it any other way. It's such a great opportunity for me and my family. We've been so blessed. Okay, so the other 3 VITA behaviors. Brenna said the first one was be proof the product works, right? Do the programs, all of that stuff. The second one is, as coaches, we connect with people, we invite people, and then we follow up with these people. So we connect with people who we feel could use our help, who we can help live happier, healthier, fulfilling lives. That's what health is, right? If we don't have help, we don't have anything. And I think we forget that until we become sick and we're in bed and we're like feeling sorry for ourselves, because all of a sudden we can't do anything. We can't take care of anybody. We can't cook our own meals. We can't do any of that when we don't have our health, when we're not feeling 100%. So one of the things is to connect with people, help them, find them a program that will work best with them and their schedule, and something that they like to do and enjoy. We invite them to join us with our groups. We have monthly health and fitness accountability groups that they can join. So they have a great positive community that they can join with us. And if they tell us no, that's totally okay. It's probably not the right time, or they're just not ready yet. And that's okay too. It's a commitment to take care of yourself, right? And when you're not used to that, it is a commitment for sure. So we follow up with them every month to see if they're ready yet. And that's okay. That's usually when people are like, okay, now I'm ready, because they have to think about it. They have to let it marinate. I told my coach no at first, and that's okay. That didn't mean no forever. It just meant not yet. And that's okay. So we also have a daily tracker that we follow. So it tells you exactly what to do every day. And you can run this business however you want. It's getting so loud out here. Okay, so can you guys hear the lawn people over there? I'm gonna move inside. So we have the tracker, and you can do whatever you want to do with that. This is your business, so you can make it what you want. You can work an hour a day. You can work in the pockets of your day, which is awesome. That's what I had to do when I was working at the gym. I would work in the pockets of my day until I was able to come home. I was able to come home 10 months after I started coaching. I was making double my income, which, income disclaimer, it's all according to your ability. I can't even think about it off the top of my head. Scotty, you can write it out in the comments. But you are not guaranteed to make a certain amount of money. It's how much you put into it and the work behind it. And after 10 months, I was able to come home. So that was amazing. Thank you, Scotty. So you can use this tracker, and you can do it every day of the week. You can do it 3 days a week. You can do it for an hour a day. You can do it in the pockets of your day, whatever works the best for you and your lifestyle. Okay, so number 3 is get people results. So after you get people to join your group, this is where the fun part really begins. This is where we get to help them how to eat healthy. We get to help them stay committed. We get to help them with the programs. Not meaning you have to be a health and fitness professional at all. I just happen to be one, but you don't have to. That's what the trainers do. That's what the nutritionists do. We get those tools as coaches. We give those to our customers and clients. And we as coaches, we are their biggest cheerleaders, and we tell them that they can do it. We hold them accountable, and we keep them excited to keep going to get those results, right? Which is so much fun. The first thing that we do, though, is we get results for ourselves. So we are proof that the products work to get ourselves results first. We take care of ourselves, and then we take care of our clients. So it kind of goes hand in hand, which is really, really nice. And then the 4th one is personal development or professional development, whatever you want to call it. When I first started coaching and I found out that this was like something that we were supposed to do, I was like, I do not need that. I am good. Like, I have enough confidence. I'm okay. But as the business went on and people kept saying, you need to do this, you should probably be doing this, I'm doing this, read this book, try this, that fear of missing out kind of happened. And I was like, okay, I'll do it. So I actually just found something on YouTube because it was free. And I was blown away with how much I learned and how much my confidence grew and how much I started believing in myself. Remember back to the beginning when my husband believed in me more than I believed in myself. I actually started believing in myself, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I can actually do this. This is amazing. So personal development is huge. So by reading or listening to personal development, we can grow into the person we want to become. And we are constantly learning and growing and revolving, which is so awesome as coaches. So different ways that you can listen to personal development is podcasts is awesome because it's free and there are so many out there. Everybody needs different things from their different lifestyles and what we've already learned and what we want to learn and grow into. So there's tons. There's a lot on YouTube that I found before I taught my classes at the gym. I would search motivational videos and I would watch like a 3-minute clip. It was the perfect start to my day. It was awesome. So you can do short ones like that. There's Audible, or you can read a book. I'm reading The Happiness Advantage right now, and I am really, really enjoying that too. So those are the 4 vital behaviors. And with that, Scotty, you are up.
All right, I am up. Now, Aaron, I love what Aaron and Brenda had to share, and I'm excited to hear from Katie as well. Unlike Aaron, I didn't have all the confidence in the world when I first started my health and fitness journey. I was supposed to keep this to like 5 to 8 minutes, and I usually talk for like 30 minutes about my life story. So I'm going to make this quick. But I dropped out of college. I played music. I was a musician. I actually met my wife at Warped Tour in 2005. But I was heavy into drinking and cocaine in the early 2000s, and luckily, thanks to good influences and friends, I was able to pull out of that. But my self-esteem had been damaged because of those poor life choices. And as I got married, started raising a family, just so you guys that don't know who I am, I have 5 kids now, been married for 15 years. Kids are ages 6 up to almost 15. So I found P90X in 2010 through a neighbor, a complete and random stranger from the church came over to my house. And this guy was like 6'3", 240 pounds, solid muscle. And I was like 190 chubby. Never really worked out in my life. And I'm just like, dude, he had 2 little daughters. I had 2 daughters. And I'm like, dude, how do you freaking look like that? You look like a beast. And I was just inspired by his health, fitness, energy, vibration, everything, whatever you want to call that. And he's like, well, I played special teams for the University of Utah football. And now I coach high school football, and I'm the strength coach. And he's like, I can help you out. If you want to come work out with us, that'd be, you're more than welcome to come. And I was like, yeah, let's do it, man. And unfortunately, this time I worked from 5 a.m. to 5 p.m. at a full-time job in a steel factory running a service department. And my wife worked nights at the Hilton Garden Inn from 3 to 11. So I worked 5 to 5. She would drop the she would leave for work at 3, drop the kids off and get home at, I'd pick them up at 5 when I would get off, and then she'd come home at 11. I'd already be to bed. So I get back up for the next day, but that's the life we were in. And so I'm like, dude, I can't come. But is there something I could do from home? Like, could you have any advice? And he's like, you should do the P90X workout. So I bought P90X, downloaded the meal plan, and I just started, I just committed to it. And one thing about me is when I commit to something, I go all in with it. So I'm going to share a before after picture. In the first 90 days, I lost 38 pounds, but this picture that I found real quick is not from 90 days. I want you guys to know that it's actually a year of doing P90X. So I just did P90X over and over and over, but I want to just reiterate the fact that these products work when you commit to them. So if you guys can see that, that's my year's transformation with P90X, all from home, and all while working a 12-hour job and taking care of 2 little girls by myself at night when my wife was at work. So I want to share that with you. But one thing that happened is people were inspired. Like, they saw the change in not just my physical appearance, but in my energy. I was more confident. Like, doing that gave me more confidence. And so people are like, what are you doing? And I fell in love with the process of just saying, like, dude, I'm doing P90X, dude, I'm doing Insanity. You have to do it. Like, if you want to lose 50 pounds, like, do Insanity, you're going to lose the weight. And I fell in love with that process. So I just created groups on Facebook, and I just started like supporting I wasn't a coach. I want you guys to understand that. I was just telling people to do what I was doing. And I fell in love with that process of helping people. And I'm going to show you guys one more quick photo just of one of my clients. This was actually 3 years ago, this transformation, 2.5 years ago. But this is the main reason why I'm a coach. So I got 8,000 things open on the computer as I try to open this. This is why I'm a coach, helping people achieve their goals of living a healthier, more fulfilling life. This is Chris. I didn't know anything about social media, but I followed what my coach and other coaches were teaching. And I learned how to use Facebook to market. And I met Chris, who lived all the way in South Wales. And I started helping him with his transformation. And over the course of 2 years, he lost 168 pounds. And he actually went on to win a contest that Beachbody does every year called the Beachbody Challenge. And he won $100,000 for that transformation. And that's awesome. But what I love more about that is that he's now paying that forward and helping other people as a coach as well. And he was also, one thing I want you guys to understand, if you're thinking about coaching, he's one of my most successful coaches. And that success started from the very beginning, before he even lost any weight. Like, he just brought people on the journey with him, just saying, hey, like, I found this coach, I found this community, I'm going to lose 200 pounds, like was his goal. And I'm going to go for this Beachbody Challenge. And he just was telling everybody that story and showing his workouts, and people jumped on board with him when he was 378 pounds. And they were a part of that journey with him. So I love coaching. That's why I'm here as a coach. But what I want you guys to know is it took me 8 months of telling my coach, no, I'm not going to be a coach. That's cool. I like what you're doing, but I'm not going to sign up for that online coaching thing. I'm just going to keep helping people for free, like I'm doing, telling them to do P90X. But what I want you guys to know is I still had to overcome some self-limiting beliefs that I had in myself. Like, I don't have enough time to run a business. I don't have enough time to do this. I'm already raising 2 little girls by myself at night while my wife's at work. I'm at work 12 hours a day. I can't run a business on top of that. But I watched my coach continue to transform people's lives. I saw her earn free trips and rewards and all of this stuff. And she was earning like income doing what I was doing for free. And I'm sitting there working 12-hour days, all these overtime hours and Saturday. And I just saw her like doing Beachbody coaching and earning. And I'm like, okay, maybe it's for me, but I just had to overcome those limiting beliefs. And it was on April 11th of 2011 that I became a coach. So almost a complete year after I started my first P90X workout, about that time of that photo that I just shared with you guys right there. And the reason was, it was a few weeks after the birth of my 3rd daughter. And I remember getting to work in the morning. I remember 5:00 a.m. I had this habit of picking up the mail every 2 weeks from our lockbox, and I would take it to work in the morning because our life was so busy. I would do it during my lunch break. Like, I would sort through the mail, throw the junk mail away, take the bills, put them in my lunchbox, so that at lunch I could go through my spreadsheet, write the checks, put them in the mail. And I was going through them, and it had my Blue Cross statement. It had my the hospital bill, the doctor bill, the anesthesiologist bill, like you guys that are moms know about all those bills that come in. And I just remember sitting in my cubicle that morning, and I felt like that thing was spinning around. Like, I felt like the heaviest weight on my shoulders was just pushing me into the floor. And I just felt overwhelmed. Like I didn't know what to do. I'm like, how am I going to, like, I'm already working 12-hour days. My wife's working nights. I work Saturday mornings. Like, how am I going to pay this? It was like $2,500 or something after insurance. I'm like, how am I going to pay this? Like, this is like, what do I have to do? Do I have to get a second job, work a full-time job at nights? Do I have to go back to college? Because remember, I'm a college dropout. All these things, all the ideas started spinning in my head. And then it just dawned on me, like, do Beachbody coaching. Like, you've been helping people with these workouts, you know they work, just actually sign up and do it. And so it was that day that I submitted, it shows you how old I am. 10 years ago in the coaching world, I submitted a fax to sign up as a coach. Now you'll just click a link and buy your package. But I signed up as a coach that day and I went all in. And like I shared in the thing, Beachbody is not guaranteeing any level of success or income. Each coach's income is a direct reflection of their own effort, diligence, and skill. I went all in with it. I treated it like I had a full-time second job, even though I already worked 12 hours a day. When I put my kids to bed, I got home at 5, I took care of them, changed diapers, all that stuff you guys know about, put them in bed at 8. Hopefully they were asleep by 8:30. And I just worked every night, 8:30 to midnight. And like with your coaching business, they've already shared, Brenda and Aaron, you can work as little or as much as you want. I wanted to work a lot. Like I wanted to stop working 12-hour days and not seeing my wife at night. And so my main goal was to make enough to be able to provide my wife the opportunity to come home. So when I got home at 5, she could be there and we could be together as a family, you know, do all the things, eat dinner together, play sports with the kids outside, go for walks, all those things we didn't do for the first 5 years of our marriage because we worked those separate shifts. So I committed to go all in. By the end of that first year, I tripled my full-time income and I worked every night, 7 days a week for 2 to 3 hours a night, every single night. So I'm kind of a testimony that this does work. When you go all in and you have the passion, you prove the products work, you have the desire to help people change their lives, that it can completely change their lives. And my topic today that I'm going to talk about real briefly is like, how does a coach earn income? One thing I was told at the very beginning of this, you work a lot for a little, but as you stay consistent in that, you can work little for a lot. And what that meant is like, I worked like a full-time job. Like this business has a full-time job. I work 3 hours a day. My 1099 from that April till the end of the year was only $10,800, but that was such a huge blessing. Like I know so many people that if they earned an extra $10,000 a year, it would completely change their life. They could get out of debt faster, pay extra to their mortgage, like take their mortgage from a 10-year, 30-year mortgage to a 15-year mortgage, like that extra 10,000. I was so grateful for that. But that did turn into a 6-figure income at my 14-month mark. And my wife and I both left our jobs in June of 2012. So I've been a full-time, I'll say full-time dad of 5 and a part-time Beachbody coach. We'll call it that. So I love what I do. I love learning about like coaching. I love hearing people's stories. Like my favorite part was hearing about Brenda and Aaron, just reiterating like, this is so amazing what we have to offer people. So there's there's 4 ways that a coach earns money. I'm just going to run through them really quick. There's a ton of products. There's the workouts, which used to be on DVDs. There still are some DVDs, but it's mostly on the Beachbody On Demand platform, which is where you get access to all the workouts and meal plans for $99 a year. So when you are a coach and you sell Beachbody On Demand to somebody for $99, you earn a $40 commission. Okay. And then there's consumable products. There's collagen, there's pre-workouts, post-workouts, Shakeology, which is a superfood health shake with over 70 all natural ingredients and superfoods. So there's beach bars, like there's all kinds of supplements and consumable products. Every time that one of your customer purchases one of those, you get a 25% commission. So 25% commission on every consumable product that is ordered. So that's the first way to earn income, is a direct commission between that you earn through helping a customer. The second way is you can begin to build a team of coaches. For example, Aaron and Brenda, Katie, they're all a part of our bigger team of coaches. So the second way to earn income is what's called like a team bonus cycle. So how that works is as you build a team of coaches, when you transition your faithful customers into coaches, or someone that has a passion for coaching or for fitness becomes a coach on your team, every time that they sell a product or use a product themselves, there's a volume of sales amount attached to that. And every time that your team sells 300 volume of sales, you earn a bonus cycle of either $14, $16, or $18 a bonus cycle. So I know it might be a little confusing in the beginning, but to give you an example, let's say you build a team of women that are coaches that are building a business and they sell, let's say 3,000 volume of product in a week, that would be 10 bonus cycles. Because every time there's 100 on one side of your business and 200 on the other side, you earn a bonus cycle. So what that would mean is you'd have 10 bonus cycles that week. You're a diamond coach, would be $18 per cycle. You would earn $180 from your team that week alone. And that's outside of your own commission. So it's a really cool opportunity to build a team. Guys, what I want you guys to know, like my self-limiting beliefs as I just started helping people from my high school that I went to high school with, college, roommates and all of that stuff. And it just started with me. And I brought on 52 coaches in my first year, but that team has grown to 45,000 coaches over the past 10 years. So it's absolutely incredible the way it's blessed our family financially. My mom and dad have both worked for me I retired them from their jobs in their early 50s and like 7-8 years ago. So the income opportunity is really amazing with this. This is my only source of income. My wife stays home with the kids as well. But a lot of that came from retail commissions and building a team of coaches that were passionate about helping people just the way that I was. The third way to earn income is when you develop a coach on your team that you personally bring on, every time they earn one of those team bonus cycles that I just mentioned. So let's say, Constance, you're on my team and you earn a team bonus cycle of $180, like that example I gave. If I'm your sponsor, or Aaron, whoever invited you or is your sponsor coach, for example, if you earned 180, that person that brought you on would get a 10% match on that as well. So they would earn an additional $18 in that case for being your sponsor. It's a 10% match bonus, leadership match bonus. So for example, I have a girl that's an upline that's helped bring on Aaron and Brenna. In her business, she was earning a very high number in her business, maxing out one of the businesses. And remember, Beachbody is not guaranteeing a level of success or income, but she was earning $12,000 a week in her business. And me as her sponsor who brought her on, I would earn a $1,200 team or a sponsor, 10% sponsor bonus for her every single week that she earned that. So that's the third way to earn income. The fourth way to earn income is kind of like a profit share of the entire company. And what they do is every quarter, they take 2% of the income, the revenue of the company. Every quarter they take 2% and they split it into four parts: 0.5%, 0.5%, 0.5%, and 0.5%. And then there's ranks inside of the company. 2-star diamond, the 1-star diamond, there's diamond, 1-star diamond, 2-star diamond, all the way up to 15-star diamond. And basically what that means is once you achieve diamond in your own business, which I did in 90 days, once one of your coaches that you bring on hits diamond, you then become a 1-star diamond. When another one of your coaches hits diamond, you become a 2-star diamond. So that's how that ranking system works. But they split up that 0.5, that 2% of the revenue between those star diamonds and above. So what they do is they take all the 2-star diamonds and above and they split 0.5% of the entire company revenue and split it up between all of the 2-star diamonds and above. And then every quarter they take the next 0.5% and split it between all the 5-star diamonds and above. Then they take the next 0.5%, split it between all the 10-star diamonds and above. Then they take the next 0.5%, split between all the 15-star diamonds and above. So just to give you guys an idea, because I've been a part of those over the past 10 years, they differ depending on the company revenue that quarter and how many people are in those rank positions during that quarter. And so I've seen that 2-star diamond bonus anywhere from $800 to $1,200 a quarter. I've seen the 5-star bonus anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000 a quarter. I've seen the 10-star diamond bonus anywhere from $7,000 to $15,000 a quarter. And I've seen the 15-star diamond bonus anywhere from $28,000 up to like $78,000 a quarter as a bonus. And I don't know about you guys, but like I used to be super stoked getting a safety bonus at the company I worked for in the steel factory. But like I had to go like 5 years without getting an injury and I got $100 and I was so stoked to get that at the Christmas party. So I love the fact that you are paid dependent on the efforts that you put in and the lives that you change. I could talk forever, so I'm not going to do that. And I'm going to pass the time now on to Katie.
Hey guys, thank you, Scotty. Like just when we hear about income and stories, it's just so like relights my fire just to like see that potential of what's possible. So just to give you a little bit background about me. Again, my name is Katie. I've been a coach about 5.5 years. I have 4 kids. I'm pregnant with my 5th baby. yeah, Brenna has 5. I saw that she could do it. So I'm like, all right, bring it on. We'll figure this out and make it work. But when I first started, my third baby just turned a year old, and Brenna and I sort of knew each other. We went to the same high school, but I didn't really know her. We were just kind of acquaintances. And she reached out to me on Facebook and just said, hey, I'm hosting this free 5-day clean eating group. I'm going to share recipes with you. We're just committed to like eating clean and drinking water and getting in some movement. And I'll just be your cheerleader for 5 days. And I said, no, thanks. I was in complete survival mode at the time. I was deep in postpartum depression. I was in a really dark place in my life, and I just felt like I was in zombie mode. I was just trying to get through the day. I would put my kids to bed at night, and then I would like binge on Oreos or ice cream or whatever I could find to like numb that pain throughout the day, because I felt like I earned it and I just needed something. And then I would just go to bed myself, and I would just scroll social, or I Candy Crush for like hours, because I just, again, needed something to numb that like hole in my heart. So it was a really awful time. And so I just told her, I'm like, I'm just in survival mode. Like, I can't even think about eating clean right now. Like, no thanks. And I hated working out. I never exercised. I remember I had a gym membership once, and I went like 3 times a week for like 3 weeks, and that was it. So I told her no. And then the next month she said, hey, I'm getting this free group together again. I really think you'd love it. Do you want to just come check it out? And I was like, okay, fine. Like, just, I'll check it out. I know that I need to like do something, because it was like, I could barely even recognize myself in the mirror. You know, that girl that just is like hollow and sad and lonely and stuck. And that wasn't who I wanted to be, and that wasn't who I recognized. And I knew that it started with myself, but I didn't really know how to go about it. And I definitely didn't have any motivation to do it myself, any self-belief to start. So I just did it for 5 days, and I realized how much better I felt just changing up a few habits and having a positive community around me that was doing it too. And like, yes, girl, good job. We're in this together. Like, way to go getting that water in. And I felt like I finally like cracked that surface of like, oh, there is something on the other side. So she invited me to her full 30-day challenge group. And at the time, my husband was living in Taiwan. I was living with my parents. He was finishing up a master's degree. So I was living with my parents. We had enough money in our savings account to pay for a plane ticket home for him. And that was it. So I wasn't bringing in an income. He was bringing in a little bit because he was doing extra tutoring at nights. And so we had like zero money. But I remember FaceTiming him one night and just getting really vulnerable and telling him how I was feeling, because I never really had that conversation. You know, you don't like really have a conversation with your spouse like, hey, I hate what I see in the mirror every day. I feel awful. I'm in autopilot. And I just really broke down to him and helped him understand what I was feeling and what I was going through, and how I felt like this was the answer. This was the thing that was going to help me to find Katie again and to be the mom that I wanted to be. And so thankfully I had one of those really great supportive husbands that just said, you know what, do it. Like, we knew we had that 30-day money back guarantee, like, to cling on to just in case. But he just said, we'll figure it out. Put it on the credit card. We're going to pray it goes through and just see what you can do. And after the first week of starting my program, I started with 21 Day Fix Extreme. I don't know why I thought I should go with extreme first, even though I'd never exercised before ever, but I thought I could do it. So I went all in with that. I followed the meal plans. I used the container system to figure out how to eat the right foods in the right portions to fuel my body and help me feel good. I drank Shakeology every day. And after my first week, I felt like a brand new woman. Like, again, I hardly recognized myself because I was glowing. I was sleeping better. I was excited to be with my kids. I wasn't binging on all of crap at night, and I was actually just sleeping. So I loved it. And I remember telling Brenna, like, I don't know what this is, but I need you to hold me to it. Like, you can't give up on me because I need this in my life. So don't let me quit. So I just need you to be there for me. And so she was like, have you ever heard about coaching? Have you thought about it before? And of course I was like, no, like, again, I'm still like trying to like live in survival mode. I've got these 3 kids. And that's just not my thing. I'm not on social media a lot. Like, I'm not taking selfies. I'm like hiding behind the camera. You know, I'll post pictures of my kids, but not of me. And what are all of those girls from high school going to think if I start posting stuff about workouts? Like, bleh, I'm not going to be one of those girls. But then I just kind of saw her. I saw her happiness. I saw the joy that she was feeling and the things that she was able to do with their kids. You know, I was home, I wasn't working, but I wasn't able to take my kids places. I couldn't take them to the movies. I couldn't take them to the children's museum because we had zero money. So, but I saw her doing those things and I craved that joy that she genuinely was sharing. I craved her life. And so I just said, you know what? I'm going to go for it because Susie from high school isn't going to pay my bills. Susie from high school isn't going to fill my life with joy. She doesn't know that I'm sitting on the kitchen floor crying every night because I'm not where I want to be. So it doesn't matter what she thinks about me. I'm going to go for this because I need it. So I dove right in and completely changed my life. So after I completed 21 Day Fix, it's a 3-week program, I lost 20 pounds, guys, 20 pounds. And I'm a small girl. I'm only like 5'3". Like, it was life-changing. I had never seen my body like that ever. So I just dove right in. I fell in love with fitness. I never loved fitness before, but I found the right program for me. I found a community that was with me. And I fell in love with it. And so at the time, so we're struggling, and my husband was working 2 jobs and he was donating plasma at night as soon as he got home from Taiwan. So 2 jobs, donating plasma, 3 days a week. And we were still behind on all of our bills, like 2 months behind. Our car insurance got canceled. The guy came to our door to shut our water off. We were on food stamps. And I remember having to pick the food off of the conveyor belt that our food stamps wouldn't cover. And it was completely embarrassing. And I never wanted to do that again. So I knew that this was going to be the answer. Even though we couldn't afford it, we didn't have extra to like invest in something like this. I knew we couldn't afford not to. And I'm just so grateful that even though I had all of these doubts and fears of what other people thought of me, about what I thought of myself, I leaned into our community. I leaned into our coach, and I leaned into our team to see the vision of what was possible. So again, now our lives are completely changed. We've been able to get out of debt. My husband's down to 1 job. I am at home. We have another baby, another one on the way, and it feels good to be able to buy that shirt at Target just because, to be able to have all of my kids in sports, I see a cute pair of shoes and I can get them and not stress and have that pit in my stomach about how I'm going to even put food on my table. Just the freedom that way, the stress relief, and how it helped me dig out of my mental demons. You know, I've had an incredible physical transformation after my 4th baby. So I gained 40 pounds with my 4th baby, and I actually lost 65 after him, saw abs for the first time. So I had a really incredible physical transformation, but for me, it's really been a mental transformation. You know, I'm just in a spot now that I never thought was possible, with joy and fulfillment, and just really grateful for that. And I, you know, so often when we have these opportunities come up, we have those fears, and we have what's called a window of opportunity, right? So imagine yourself like standing at this window, and on the other side of that is the opportunity that's in front of you. And so often we let fear or self-doubt keep us right at that window. And we either shut that window on the opportunity and close ourselves off because of that fear and self-doubt and worry about what somebody else is going to think, or all of the excuses like I don't have time, nobody's going to join me, I don't have what it takes. Or we just stand at that window looking through forever thinking, I want that, I wish I was there, man, look how awesome it is out there. But we don't take that leap out the window. So right now you have that opportunity with that window of opportunity in front of you to leap out and to see what's on the other side and see what's possible for you, to see that vision you might have for your life come true. When we have those fears, it just keeps us from the potential of who we could be. We don't know that we don't have wings to fly if we don't jump out the window and fly. So as you are looking through that window of opportunity, I want you to truly envision your life and what it looks like in 6 months from now. You know, what are you feeling? Are you still feeling overwhelmed? Are you still feeling stressed with your life? Are you still feeling that pit in your stomach because you can't afford the things that you need for your family? Are you still tugging at your pants that are too tight? Are you still saying, Monday, I'm going to start my workout? Are you still saying, someday we'll take a family vacation? Someday we'll renovate the kitchen. Someday we'll get new tires on the car. You know, are you still fighting food addictions? Are you still, you know, binging at night? Are you still, you know, missing that positive community, just having someone that's lifting you up to help you feel better? Or in 6 months, are you feeling alive? Are you feeling proud of that person that you see in the mirror because she took a chance and she's actually making those goals happen? She's keeping those promises to herself. She's feeling energized and excited. She's sleeping better. She's feeling good in her skin, and her clothes are fitting better than ever before. Is she paying off debt and bills? Or you have finally planning that vacation. You're not worried about how you're going to pay the credit card bill for Christmas because you were able to just pay cash for it and you don't have to worry about it. Are you eating healthier? And are you teaching your family how to eat healthier? Are you confident and excited about your future and the goals and the vision that you have for your life? So I really want you to think about those, what that life looks like in 6 months, and what you can do right now, today, to get you to where you want to be, to that second version. You know, are you willing to take a chance, to take action on becoming that person, on fulfilling the potential that you have in this life? So that is just my call to all of you. Thank you for taking the time to just hang out with us for a little bit. Let us talk about something that has truly changed our lives in so many aspects. We are so grateful for it. And we're grateful for you for sharing a few minutes with us. We cannot wait to welcome all of you into our team, onto Team Elevate, and just run with you and see incredible things happen together. If you have any questions about anything we chatted about tonight, please reach out to the coach that invited you. We are an open book. We will share all the nitty-gritty with you, and hopefully we will see you in our team page soon.